Good afternoon. I'm Monisa Cline here at the GBTA broadcast studio in sunny San Diego. And joining me this afternoon is Charles de Gaspe Beaubien, who is the Chief Customer Officer for Groupize. Welcome, Charles.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Great to have you. So let's start off by maybe talking a little bit about what Groupize is, who you are, what you do.
Yeah, so Groupize is a technology that manages groups and meetings. And many years ago, we realized that groups and meetings were going to go more online, be more automated. So we really designed sort of an easy-to-use tool for a corporation to manage all their groups, meetings, and we'll talk about other use cases as well.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks for that. So you guys recently introduced an interactive advisor into your platform called GIA.
Yeah, so GIA stands for the Groupize Interactive Advisor.
Okay.
And we kind of gave her a personality. She actually has her own LinkedIn profile and everything.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so a little spin to it. But GIA is to help people plan their meetings. A big phenomenon that we're seeing right now is meetings are not just being done by the professional planners, but they're being done by the executive assistants, the sales departments, and planning a meeting is not their day job.
Yes.
So although technology is easy to use, what are the next steps? How do you, automate the end-to-end of a meeting? And that's where GIA comes in. So she does guided experience, checklists, tool tips to really help a sort of a novice have the best practices.
So how does the interactive advisor tech assistant assist companies in adopting self-service solutions at scale?
Yeah, so it's a combination of different things. At the lowest level, it's support behind the scenes. You can chat with GIA, you're stuck, she's there to help you. At the next level, it's kind of like, hey Siri, hey GIA, and she's there, and she can give you guided tours, and more importantly, expert tool tips. If you've never done a meeting before, you don't know how to negotiate with the hotel, what contract you're signing. So throughout the process, throughout the checklist, we share sort of tidbits of best practices for the planners.
Okay. So if projects, crews, team, and group guest travel have the same building blocks and exact needs as a category of meetings and events, why aren't more companies bringing automation to this fragmented traveler journey?
Yeah, I think, our customers say there's a lot of things that look and smell like meetings in a company, and it's projects, crews, consultant, recruiting, and it's a huge spend. When you put meetings with these types of use cases, you're looking at 68% of T&E. But all this before the technology existed was done sort of offline in Excel, all these different, I just got off with a client, she has 17 different forms or something to manage all these requests. So what we've done, the same sort of building blocks that you have to automate the end-to-end of a meeting, we automate, let's say, a project. So you have a group of 20 employees that need to go to a job site. How do you book the room block? How do you assign the people to the rooms? How do you communicate with them? How do you pay for the projects and so on? So the same building blocks for a meeting can be repositioned to really automate a big part of the spend in this industry.
Interesting. Okay. Can you talk a little bit how innovation is bringing meeting and event, how you guys are innovating in the meeting and event category with payments?
Yeah, so meetings and events, is probably the most rogue spend in a company. Companies hardly know how many meetings they have, what departments it's being charged on, so there's no visibility. And research says it's about 42% of your T&E, so it's huge. So what we're doing is we're taking all sort of the disparate sources of information so you can have a holistic view how much you spend on the meeting. So if you have a meeting, yes, you can track how much you're spending on the food and beverage, the meeting space, but then there's all these other sources of how much air you spend that might live in your Concur, how much you spend on the room block, how much you spend on your virtual cards and Ghost card. So we ingest all that information into a dashboard, and then you can have the true visibility. And then the next level that's coming to have now, we're seeing a lot more meetings cards, virtual cards. They're being adopted more company-wide, and they're really becoming a player in reconciling meetings and events.
Excellent. Well, we were talking earlier, I think you and your wife started the company 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she is the CEO.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is she here with you this week?
She's here. She's at the booth right
Oh,
now.
good, good. Holding down the fort, right?
Yeah, we're traveling with our teenage daughter that's looking at colleges. So
excellent.
So it's a family business.
I love that. I love that. Well, Charles, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us in the broadcast studio and sharing what Groupize is up to.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I'm Monisa Cline here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio.